Hello everybody. Let me start off by asking you some questions while I'm waiting for people to join me here. So some vocabulary questions here while we're waiting for people to come into the class. Here's one. It's a multiple choice question and it's about he talked me into going. You know, if somebody talks you into something, he talked me into going. What does that mean? Is it A, he threatened me, or B, he forced me, or C, persuaded me? He talked me into going. I wonder, is it A, he threatened me, B, he forced me, or C, he persuaded me? Persuaded, yes it is, it's persuaded. He persuaded me to go, he talked me into it. Alright, let's do one more. Hello Allah, are you there? Are you on the mic there, Allah? Allah Ali? Hello? Just say hello when you're there ready. So the next one then. A quicker way of getting somewhere or doing something is A, a short circuit, B, a shortcut, or C, a short stop. A quicker way of getting somewhere or doing something. Is it A, a short circuit, B, a shortcut, or C, a short stop? It's a shortcut. Yes, I'm interested in the hyphen now though, because I'm not using a hyphen. So, hello there. Hi, welcome back. How many lessons have you been to today?
3.
Already? Wow, good work. That's great.
Yeah, I like taking class in morning.
But then you're quite busy in the afternoon. You do other things, don't you?
Yeah.
Sometimes I see you saying to people that you're busy and you have to go and do something else. So you try to... How many classes every day do you think you do now?
3 or 4.
But I have seen you late in the day too. I've seen you attending classes in the late evening sometimes.
If I'm joining a class late, like in noon, that means I didn't join any class morning.
So you never do the whole day?
Yeah, I maintain 4 classes per day.
You know, what I'd love to do in the Hangouts is some of the things that I do in ordinary classes and in other conference systems which need messages to be passed around from one person to another. Because I like to go through the taboo word describing game exercise for special words like collocations, and it's very difficult if we can't pass private messages. I don't know how to pass a private message inside a Hangout.
Actually, you can do it by using Google Chat, but not in verbal chat.
But I suppose you have to add everybody, or maybe you don't. Let's have a look then. If I'm in the Google Chat, can I just send a private message to you even though I haven't added you on Google?
Says to list all available comments, enter something. I don't know, it shows the comments. To list
all available commands, enter /? Okay, well I'll have a look at that later.
Just put /2, one gap, then the person's name, gap, the message.
/2, oh.
And one gap. For example, I can /2. No. 2, not number. Just
/2 space, and I hope it's case insensitive.
It's sensitive, I think.
Ah, it said no matches found for Furkan because I've got to write the name. Okay, I'll play around with that later because maybe I have to get the name.
I send one, for example.
Yes, I can see that. Yes. Okay, well I'll play around with that later to find out how you actually write the name. Because some people have names which have initials as well. Okay then, so I see a few people here. Let's see who's got the mic. Ali, you were here first, so I presume you've paid for a seat. If you have, I better say hello to you, hadn't I? Hi there. You have the mic. Good. Yes. Can you turn up a little bit? Because, well, are you on full volume? Where are you from, Ali?
Algeria.
Ah, yes, and so I presume that you speak...
Algerian.
You're Algerian?
Yes.
I presume that you speak French?
No, I speak Arabic.
Arabic and English?
But I wish to speak English.
Ah, well, you do speak English, yeah.
Yes, not way.
Well enough, maybe.
So.
Well, I can understand you. That's good. Hazel's back. Nice to see you, Hazel. You're always very handy to have around, and good to see you.
Hello, nice to be here.
Yeah, but your sound needs to pump up the volume a bit.
Okay, I'll check my mic. Now you hear me well?
It's very quiet. You can have a better sound than that, I'm sure. Dimitri, are you here? No, Dimitri.
I'm here.
Oh, you're in twice. Okay, that's strange. I don't know what's happened there. That happens sometimes. So, Dimitri, I presume that you're from Russia.
Yes, I'm from Russia.
Okay, good. And where do you live in Russia?
I'm living in Perm.
Where's that?
Ural.
In Germany?
No.
Say again, because I didn't quite catch you. Where are you living at the moment? In Bern, I thought. Is that Bern, you said?
Perm.
Okay, tell me more about that, because I'm not quite with you yet. So, how long have you been there? Where is it exactly? No? Okay, Hazel, can I just check your sound again?
Can you hear me
Much
better now?
Much better now, yeah.
Okay.
Good. Now, Ismail, Yayan, are you there?
I am here. Hi, Leon.
That's a good sound. Yeah, thank you. That's clean, good sound. Nice, that is. Yes, good. And Furkan's got pretty good sound. I've spoken to him already. And Servet in the last lesson. But let's just say hello again, Servet. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good. Right. I want to do a little warm-up. Quick fire quizzes. Not too difficult. But let's just get the answers as fast as we can. And then I'll try and have them written as well. So later I can practice this sending private messages. When I get that working, I can do a few different things. That's great. So here we go. This is a multiple choice question. Which is a measure of the intensity of sound? Is it A, the hearing aid, B, the sound barrier, or C, the decibel?
Decibel.
Yes. How do you spell it, by the way?
Decibel.
How do we spell the ending of it? Because some of the... Yeah, there it is, decibel. Well, you know, sometimes those all endings are tricky because you can never be sure if it's L-E, E-L, A-L, E-L. So there's quite a few different possibilities. So that's the right way, decibel. Right, next word. And I wish I could have people reading these fast as well, but I'll read these for the moment, and then we'll do something else. So, I did it behind her back means that I did it A, after she did it, B, without her knowing, C, with her help.
B.
Without
Without
her
her
knowing.
knowing.
B.
Yeah, without her knowing. I did it behind her back. Yes. Do you know any? Does anybody know any other back expressions or idioms?
Get off my back.
What does that mean exactly? I suppose it's something like leave me alone or go away or something like that.
Leave
isn't it?
me alone.
Yeah. Okay. Which human organ cannot be successfully transplanted? According to this, anyway. Maybe I don't think it can. There's
Brain.
A, the brain, the heart, or the liver.
Brain.
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 Yeah, I tried it once, but it didn't work. Which is a Hindu god? Apollo, Brahma, or Neptune?
Brahma.
Rana.
Brahma. Which country has a temperate climate? Italy, Kenya, or Sri Lanka?
Sri Lanka.
Temperate.
Temperate.
What does it mean?
Oh, Italy.
Temperate.
High temper.
Kenya.
Temperate. Is it A, Italy, B, Kenya, or C, Sri Lanka?
Italy.
Sri Lanka.
Kenya.
Well, temperate zones are places like
My country is temperate anyway. I know.
Not so hot, not so cold.
Yes.
not so hot, not so cold, yes. Not far north and not far south, and somewhere probably further out than the tropics. You know, way past the Tropic of Cancer or the Tropic of Capricorn, further down. So I live in a temperate zone.
Mediterranean climate.
Yeah, the Mediterranean is temperate, except sometimes in summer I think it gets quite hot, but it's a temperate zone. So this word begins with an S. To import goods illegally.
Smuggle.
Smuggle.
Yes,
Smuggle.
smuggle.
Smuggle, yes. So, what kind of things are smuggled?
Alcohol, cigarettes,
Cigarettes.
usually.
Well, in my
Wow.
country, alcohol and
Right.
cigarettes are smuggled a lot, but is that true of other countries? It's
Electronics.
always been true here because this government has always used revenue income from alcohol and tobacco. But is that true in? I thought this was rather unique in the world. I thought that most countries don't do this, but
Well,
are they smuggled into every country?
Yes.
Cigarettes
when the
especially.
taxes are high, then people.
You know, the customs and excise. Do you know who they are? These people. It's a government department, customs. They control the borders.
Yes.
Well, they say that tobacco is a much bigger problem than heroin for money, because they smuggle tobacco so much,
More
tobacco and alcohol, and the volumes are so high.
Has it started after like European Union because they removed the borders, or before European
No.
Union?
It's always been, it's always existed in England for hundreds of years. So it's very interesting. There's a program on the BBC called Coast, which is fascinating. It shows the coast of England, of Britain, and they show secret tunnels where smugglers can come in, carrying their
Yeah.
smuggled goods. Yeah, it's always been a problem.
In my country, smuggling cigarettes increased after Romania joined the EU, European Union,
Wow.
because the price of cigarettes raised very much, and usually they smuggle from other states which are not in the EU, like Moldova and Ukraine.
Yeah, that's very interesting, but I want to say something about something you just said. You said the price of cigarettes, what did you say?
Raised? No, increased, I meant.
Rose, maybe.
Rose or increased?
Yes. So let's go to the next word then. The next word is an H word, H. To take control of an aircraft by force.
Hijack.
Hijack.
Hijack, yeah. What do you think should happen to hijackers? I mean, should we, for example, first of all, before we actually manage to arrest them, how should we handle them? Suppose a plane has been hijacked with all of the passengers on board, and then maybe it's landed at an airport, and they're threatening to shoot the passengers if they don't get some millions. What should we do? How should we treat these kind of hostage situations?
There are some regulation. We couldn't do anything in airplane to the hijackers because maybe they are firing and making hole in the body of the airplane, and it can be dangerous for all passengers and crews.
So as a passenger, it's not recommended to tackle any hijackers, but what about the authorities when the hijackers have landed a plane full of passengers and they're demanding money, otherwise they will shoot passengers? What should we do? Should we pay the money and let them escape, or should we watch passengers be shot?
I think they should be treated as like terrorists. And it's the strategy of police. I cannot shoot something, but you can give the money and you can track them because you have army, you have all kind of forces. Probably you are stronger than them. You can give the money, you can track the money, or you can track them where they can go. There's nowhere that you cannot track of them.
I think we should have more tracking devices actually, because I've seen some problems, social problems in England recently, and I spoke to everybody here about this. I think that we ought to have tracking, almost mandatory tracking of almost every vehicle, because it seems ridiculous that people can commit crimes in a vehicle and the police just go by visual contact and then they lose the car, which is not marked and has the incorrect registration plates, and then they're off.
I think maybe GPS system should be like essential system, should be mandatory to use, and also should be open to be seen by police officers or something.
Yeah, and then if they scan the car and they can't see the GPS tracking device that's monitoring the car's whereabouts, then they can stop the car. I think that would stop a lot of crime.
Yes.
But you know that people argue about personal freedom. But do we have to balance personal freedom with spying and the authorities being able to spy on people and survey people?
It's different. It's not. They are not spying on you when you are in your bedroom or in your home. They are tracking your car. It's not a privacy problem, I think. At least not the biggest privacy problem.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I maybe when I was younger I thought that it's a kind of infringement of personal liberty if there are too many cameras around, but now I think that some people in the world are very dangerous and it's a much higher priority to actually track them. Okay, let's go to the next word. An R word. To take something away. There must be more than one option.
Take my breath away.
Yes, beginning with R.
What do you want to from
I
us?
want any word beginning with the letter R, which means to take something away.
To remove?
That's a good one. Okay, remove. To remove it. So C word, the lava. That's not a volcano. It's a different kind of lava. If you listen to the whole thing, the lava of a moth or a butterfly.
Oh.
Lava is like the small, young, yes, lava.
Egg.
But C, not E.
Cocoon.
No.
Isn't cocoon?
Cocoon.
Well, a cocoon or chrysalis is the transition stage. After the
Caterpillar.
lava goes into a transition metamorphosis, and it changes. There's something called a chrysalis. Does anyone know that word? A caterpillar is the word because that's the real lava. Caterpillar is the larva of a moth or butterfly. The little wormy thing is a caterpillar. So, yes, but chrysalis is an interesting word. I don't know if anyone knows that word. There was a record label called Chrysalis once as well. It's C-H-R-Y.
Would you write it?
Yeah, if I can spell it. I know it begins C-H and it's got a Y in it. Let me think about the spelling, because I haven't written that word for a long time. I'll check it just a moment. Just see. Chrysalis, yeah, that's it. It's C-H-R-Y-S-A-L-I-S. And this is the kind of hard-shelled thing which they hang up by a thread in, and then they change, and when it breaks open they fly away as a butterfly or moth. What is the difference between a butterfly and a moth?
Moth, only night I know they fly.
I think moth also eats. They eat
Wolf.
meat.
Wolf.
I think. What? Carnivores. Moths are carnivores, I guess.
I can think of one difference, that when I see a butterfly
It's colorful.
landing, it's colourful and it's kind of opens its wings when it lands. Not always, but quite often keeps its wings open. But maybe moths do too sometimes, so maybe that's not a difference. But... Okay, I don't really know exactly what the difference is between a moth and a butterfly. But what word beginning with F is a prediction?
Fortune.
Forecast.
Forecast. Foresee.
Yes, okay, and a word beginning with X. There aren't very many words beginning with X. There is a musical instrument.
Xylophone.
Xylophone.
Yes. That's easy because it's always the only X word that people can put in the picture book.
Yes. When we learned English when we were young.
So a word beginning with E, which is another word to raise.
Escalate.
That's a good one. And I think I see in this answer sheet that there are maybe a few more, like elevate, exalt. Exalt is interesting. Where would you use the word exalt? Maybe in an adjective form, exalted.
With feelings. Only with feelings, I think.
I think as well, something like worshipping somebody as well. When I see the word exalted, it might be like a kind of religious title or something, or like Your Highness. Something like, oh, exalted one or something. I don't know. I got that feeling. But yes, it's something like feelings. Right then. So, next word is 7 letters. No, it's not, because I remember that one from only a week or 2 ago, so I'm going to change the card. Right. no longer fresh, beginning with S.
Spoiled.
Spoilt doesn't really speak about freshness. You know, if you throw a load of salt on something, you can't say that it's no longer fresh, but you can say you've spoilt it. But a loaf of bread left out on the table could be less fresh the next day.
Stale.
You could stale. Stale. Yeah. Stale bread. I suppose you could say that you're a little bit
Old bread.
Yeah, old bread is stale. A T word. A reptile with a hard shell. One on land and one in the sea. Two different words.
Which word? Which letter?
Turtle.
T. T.
Turtle.
Turtle, yes.
Turtle.
Teenage Ninja Turtles.
Sea turtle.
Turtle, and that they swim. And there's one that's on the land, which is like a teacher in the past.
Turtles.
Yes, he taught us.
Turtles, yes.
In Alice in Wonderland, they make silly jokes about this, and they say the tortoise taught us. But right, C word, to understand something. C.
Comprehend.
Comprehend. Yeah, maybe. That's the only answer on my sheet, but I was thinking of catch it, but maybe comprehend. F.
Get it. Catch it.
Yeah, I was looking for that, but it wasn't on my answer sheet. But comprehend was. Okay, thanks for that. So the next one is an F word, an F word, not the F word, and it's strength or power.
Force.
Force or forcefulness. Okay, very easy. D word now. A tool used for making holes in wood or metal.
Drill.
Drill. And what's the other meaning of drill?
Like artillery or something. Barrage.
Drill is a kind of, as a verb, could mean to regularly practice something. So,
Dentists drill usually our teeth.
yeah, that's the tool that you go to a dentist, don't you? And the drill goes in, and you have a filling or an extraction. I'm not particularly frightened of going to the dentist. I ought to go, but well, I haven't been for more than 6 months because I've been moving. Is anybody scared of dentists?
I am scaring. No.
I'm not, no.
The sound is very scary.
The drill sound is scary.
Yeah.
But you know, when I was a little boy, maybe I'm older than everybody here, but I went to the dentist when they used nitrous oxide, laughing gas. That's weird. You know? Do you know this nitrous oxide?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Do they still use it in any countries?
I thought only in 19th century used this gas for
No, it's only
anesthesia.
they used it in some cases in Britain when I was a kid.
Leon,
I'm
I
guessing-
couldn't understand. What does it mean? Could you repeat again?
I don't know the chemical formula, but it's nitrous oxide, laughing gas they call it sometimes.
Maybe they use it for children because if they are afraid of like injection.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, that's right. But now they don't use it for anybody because it can lead to kinds of hallucinations and dreams. So they don't use it because it takes a day or two to shake off the effects of it because it's basically a strong drug. I remember that all of the funny things started turning into goblins and moving around in the room. So you have to watch out for it. But okay, so an A word. A heavenly being with wings.
Angel.
Angel.
Yes, that's right, just like me. M, an M word. Not yet old, but no longer young.
Mature.
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 I wasn't thinking of that, but that's got to be the correct answer. I was thinking about middle-aged, but let's check the answers on the back of that one. Oh, they don't have mature at all. But no, not yet old, but no longer young. Mature. I think that sounds fine. Mature, doesn't it? Try some multiple choice questions now. He got out of bed on the wrong side this morning means he's still sleepy, he's in a bad mood, or he got up late.
B. He's in a
B.
bad mood.
Bad mood.
Bad mood, yeah. There are some other ways of saying that, aren't there? Somebody's in a bad mood. You can say other things, can't you?
They say, I think, bad hair day.
Yeah, I've heard people say that. I've never used that one, but I'm not quite sure how they use it. Bad hair day. But, yeah. Okay. So, what about this one then? You can call someone a windbag if they have indigestion, are very messy, or talk too much.
I think indigestion.
Well, I think if they've got indigestion, they might have a bit of wind. But if they are a windbag, they talk too much. What else can be used for people who talk too much?
Talkative. What letter?
Chatty.
Chatterbox.
Chatterbox, yes, that's one I haven't heard for a long time, but that's a nice one. Chatterbox.
From books, I know.
Yes, chatterbox. I haven't heard that. That seems to be that's a very well-known one, but I can't remember anyone using it for ages. But it's clear and easy to understand, and I've heard it a lot in the past. Chatterbox. Yeah, maybe teachers use it today for children.
Person who talks too much.
Yeah, I think they probably use it in class for the younger kids, and that's why I haven't used it for a long time. And I sometimes call somebody a motor mouth. But what other words could you use for somebody who talks too much? I sometimes say, give it a rest, will you? Oh, there's another one which is quite interesting about your tongue and or your lips and your brain. Something like, how does that go? Something like, stop your mouth and give your brain a chance.
Shut up.
Shut up is okay, not too bad. It's not really bad language, but you have to be careful with that, don't you? Because it can be very very rude. Some people think it's the height of rudeness to say that, but you could say it to your friends sometimes. Intonation is very important with some of these, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
If you just said to your best friend, "Oh, shut up, will you?" then it's not bad at all. It's just, "Oh, I've heard enough of that." But in another situation, the word "shut up" could be really quite strong and taken badly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then, which country had a civil war in the 19th century? Canada, Australia, but Canada, Australia, or the USA?
USA.
USA.
Yes. Amazing, they had two big wars, didn't they? Internally. Probably won't have another one. Which is the largest planet in the solar system?
Jupiter.
Saturn.
Is it Jupiter, Saturn, or Uranus?
Jupiter, I think. I don't know.
Jupiter is the biggest.
Jupiter.
Yeah, Jupiter. And what about hold your head high? What does that mean? Hold your head high.
Like to be proud, don't
Yes.
be discouraged or something. To be proud of.
Yes, that's one of the answers. Is it A, high-minded, B, egotistical, or C, proud? Egotistical is another thing, isn't it? What words would describe egotistical people?
Selfish.
Selfish, yes.
Full of themselves.
Yes, you're full of yourself. That's a good one. That's a one I like. I remember now.
Arrogant.
Narcissist.
Arrogant is closely linked, isn't it, with egotism? Arrogance.
Narcissistic.
Narcissistic, yes.
Yeah, that's linked too, isn't it? Okay, so the next one is a person who is shy and withdrawn. A word for
Bash.
that.
Word.
Timid.
They are what? A person who is shy and withdrawn.
Bashful.
Introverted.
Introvert, yeah.
Shy.
Reserved. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of those were good. So, complete the proverb. The early bird catches...
The worm.
And what does that mean?
Who wakes up early can do many things, or catch the best job or best things in life.
Yeah. Okay. 7 letters now. He lost blank of his car and crashed into a tree.
Control.
Is that 7? It is, isn't it? Yes. 7 letters again. Don't forget to take transport costs into... Now, consideration doesn't fit, does it? 7 letters. Don't forget to take transport costs into... The meaning is the same as
Deposit.
consideration. Hmm?
No. No, no,
Account.
not that
Into account, yes, into account. This one's only 3 letters. I have to do it. I don't have blank choice.
one. Any.
Any.
Yeah, too easy that one. Let's see the next one. 9 letters. Do you feel blank of passing your exam?
Confident.
Confident, yeah. All right, then a word beginning with R. Logical.
Reasonable.
Reasonable.
Rational.
Rational. Rational. And reasonable, yes. A word beginning with A. To come into sight.
Appear.
Appear. A word beginning with P. Calm or quiet.
Peaceful.
Peaceful.
Peaceful. Yeah, or placid.
Pacifistic.
Yes. Okay. D words now. A D word to show how something is done.
Demonstrate.
Demonstrate.
Good. C word. An organisation which aims to help people in need.
Charity.
Charity.
Wow, blitzing them now. S word. To experience pain.
Suffer.
Suffer.
Oh. C word. To exchange information or ideas.
Barter. No, not C word.
To exchange information or ideas. C word.
Communicate.
Yes, or
Yes.
chat, or correspond, or converse. Okay, E word. Equal, but another E word.
Equivalent.
Yes. Or if 2 people, maybe they were quarrelling at some time or arguing about something, but in the end, everything kind of leveled out.
Even.
We are even now. Yes, you spoke about that one yesterday, didn't you?
Yes. Yes.
So an M word, something which cannot be explained.
Inexplicable.
An M word.
Come from mother.
What did you say there?
M from mother. I didn't.
Yes, sorry,
say
M for mother,
correctly.
yes, M for mother. An M word, M for mother, something which cannot be explained. There's a song actually about this. Where
Miracle. Miracle.
yeah, and there's another word in the song, miracle is one, but there's another word in a song a long time ago, I think it was Toya Wilcox, I can't remember. It's a, and it's another
Yeah.
N word. I don't know how that could happen. It's a to me.
Magic. Miracle.
It's very us. Very,
Marvelous.
but something which you don't understand. Murder, dump, and suspense is a kind of genre of writing. murder. Okay, another clue for this one. That it goes in this sentence: murder, and suspense. For Agatha Christie or somebody, they write these: murder, or suspense, and suspense. Okay, and people say, I don't understand. I really don't know. It's a complete to me. And
Mystify?
yeah, and Magical Mystery Tour, the Beatles. Mystery. Right. B word. To defeat.
Beat.
Yeah.
Wow, that was too easy. C word. A room in a prison.
Cell.
Cell.
P word. A view.
Perspective.
Yes.
Okay. I word. The money you make.
Income.
M word. To fix something or repair it.
Meant.
Man.
Man.
Yeah. V word. To confirm that something is true or correct.
B or D?
Verify.
Verify. Yes, verify. I'll just check there's any other answers there. Yeah, there's another one, which is used on the web, Furkan, you know? To check the code is okay. Not verify, but...
There are some websites, yeah.
Well, if you go to W3,
3C.
you get something which doesn't verify your code. It what's the word? And you get a V error sometimes, not a verification error, but what?
Validator.
Yeah, validate. That's the other word I was looking for.
Validate.
S word, a seat on a horse. There was a film, Blazing
Saddle.
Saddles.
Saddle. Yes.
Yeah, saddle, saddler. L word, to set free.
Liberate.
Good. W word, to think curiously about something.
Wonder.
Wonder.
Yeah. Does anyone know the poem about the Wordsworth poem?
Heard about.
I'd like to see if anybody
him.
could read that. Let me see if I can find it. Just a moment. I have it. It's poems. Let's see if I can. Strangely enough, my website and everything's working very well today, because sometimes in Hangouts nothing works on my computer, but it's all rolling along fine at the moment, and I can speak clearly, and we've got no sound problems. So now I want to see if this will load up. I might be able to screen share it if I put it onto Firefox, but I'll post the link as well just to risk it, see if it actually loads, and see if anyone can read it. I think Hazel might want to read this one first, but let's see. I'm not sure who's interested in poetry. I know not everybody's interested in poetry, but even if you're not interested in poetry, it is quite interesting for practicing reading. So let's see if I can get that one.
Poetry is usually difficult to read in English, especially when the poets lived in 16th, 17th, 18th century, because it's the old language, old English.
Yeah, I've noticed that Old English is very difficult for people because a lot of words are not in English learning books.
Yes. I try to read Shakespeare because I like to read it in Romanian. I have all his works, but it's impossible for me to read in English.
And that's even modern English. Shakespeare is modern English, really.
But it's very difficult for me.
Yes, because I think for two reasons. First of all, it's very flowery and embellished kind of English. But you could say that although he's not classified as Old English, but more the beginnings of modern English, it's still difficult if you don't really know those words. But nowhere near as difficult as maybe Chaucer, because Chaucer is more Middle English. And I found the secret is not to concentrate very much on the words, but just read through the paragraphs quickly and get the gist of it, and then it seems to work better. But if you keep looking at every word that you get stuck on, then it doesn't work. But a lot of Shakespeare's language is still used today. He invented a lot of language, which expressions, idioms, so many of them. So yeah, this one was the subject of a very interesting Heineken advert. Heineken, does anybody know Heineken?
Heard about him.
Heineken is a kind of drink, beer, and they had a slogan about refreshing the parts other beers don't refresh, refreshing the parts other beers don't refresh. And he was reading, William Wordsworth was sitting trying to write poetry. He couldn't write anything at all until he had a beer, and then he suddenly wrote it all in 2 minutes. So, Hazel, would you be brave enough?
Oh, I'll try.
Let me
I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on higher vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought, for oft when on my couch I lie in vacant or in pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils.
Brilliant, well done. Yes, I think I'll put a sound file submission uploader on this with some kind of rating, because that's really, really good. You know, one word which isn't used is jocund, but there are forms of this word which are more common. Do you know any forms of this word which are still used today?
No.
Like, well, joke or jocular.
Oh, joking?
Yes, and jocular, do you know this, jocular? It's a kind of adjective. But probably there's a word in that third verse there which has come to mean something completely different, but still has in the dictionary the meaning of the text here, but it's changed its meaning completely. Can you see the word I mean? You know, it's that word, gay. It means happy.
Yes, I know gay is happy.
Yeah.
But
now
it has another meaning too, so that's why it's less used in nowadays.
Yeah, because sometimes people might laugh if you say a poet could not but be gay.
Yes, they think about homosexual usually.
Yeah, so they have to. But really, there's a pub in London, for example. I took some people from Hungary, and they laughed because there's a pub there about the Hungarian horseman. Hussar or something, and it's called the Gay Hussar, but it's happy because he's smiling. But yeah, that was very well read. Let's have a look and check we know all the words in it. So I think most of the words are normal modern English, aren't they? Vales and hills, like valleys and hills. A host is a kind of not used in that way, like a collection, a big crowd of things. A host. A host. Usually today we use host as somebody who is receiving guests.
Yes, yes.
Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. What about that word? Who's seen that word before? Fluttering.
Like a butterfly?
Yeah, like a butterfly, yes. Fluttering in the breeze. There was one word, I'm looking for it, that you didn't... That one. Do you know how to... what that really means? Sprightly. I think a sprite is something like a little Tinkerbell kind of dancing magical thing. I don't know exactly, but sprightly is very... with lots of little energy and a bit like Tinkerbell in that... what's that play? Captain Hook and some kind of magical thing, like a fairy. What does it say in the dictionary for sprite? Sprightly. Let's see.
Energetic and in good health.
Yeah, sprightly. I've heard it used when people are complimenting older people in a day centre for looking after older people, and they're kind of fit and healthy, still getting about a bit, and the rest of them are sitting down. I've heard people say, "Oh, you're quite sprightly, aren't you?" So, and this comes from French, meaning like, yeah, wondering about things. Yeah, okay. So that it's not that difficult for vocabulary, really. Okay, let's go on then. Some more words, shall we? So another fast fire, quick fire words. So where are we? New one. Beginning with C. Brave.
Courageous.
Courageous.
Yes, I'm glad you didn't say courage, because you kept the parts of speech balanced there. Brave. He's brave. He's courageous. But brave could be could be a noun sometimes, couldn't it? In North America.
Bravity.
Do you know a brave? I've seen this word speaking about North American Indians. They're sometimes their soldiers or the horsemen were sometimes called braves. But a W word, tired.
Weary.
Weary, yes, very nice. An A word, a period between childhood and adulthood.
Adolescence.
Adolescence, yes, adolescence.
Adolescence. Or teenager.
And P words, allowed.
Permit.
Permission. No.
If something is allowed, it is what?
Permitted.
Permitted.
G word, a quick look.
Glance.
Glimpse.
Glance, glimpse. Good. B word, perfect happiness. Married.
Beatitude.
Perfect happiness. So one phrase which it comes up, this word occurs in, is when somebody is completely ignorant of something but happy because they don't know about it. You could say they are
Blessing.
aware of it. Or
Bliss.
bliss. Yes, blissfully ignorant or blissfully unaware. C word, aware.
Consciousness. Conscious.
Conscious of it, yes. Or, yeah, cognizant. Okay. An F word. A small part of something.
Fragment.
Fracture.
Well, if you fracture something, it's broken, isn't it?
Fragment isn't okay?
So, yeah, fragment, yes, fragment. I didn't quite catch you. Fragment is good. Fraction, facet. Do you know this word facet?
Yeah.
No.
It's a part of
Like
something, a
facet.
facet. F-A-C-E-T, facet. Okay, next word is an A word, great pain or suffering.
Agony.
Agony, yeah. Another A word, suitable or proper. We often use it in English lessons.
Appropriate.
Appropriate, yes. C, easily understood.
Clear.
Yes.
It's clear, yeah. There's quite a few. Coherent, it's comprehensible. C. A W word, very strange.
Weird.
Weird.
Yeah, I think we've done that one already today. An R word, instructions for preparing a meal.
Recipe.
Yeah, recipes are something I'm quite interested in because I think that they are a good way to share language because people have different recipes all around the world and sometimes they're quite interesting. They don't have to be too complicated.
Yeah.
So maybe I should have a recipe lesson one day where people bring a recipe to explain. Although maybe then Furkan won't come because he can't cook.
That's true.
He would come with his recipe and it would be something for a website or something like that. Now, which M word means tiny?
Minuscule. Minuscule.
No.
Minuscule
Minuscule.
or
Miniature.
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 Which A word means a narrow lane?
Alley.
Yes, just ran off down the alley. A P word, to forgive somebody or to forgive. But it could also be used, forgive me, I didn't hear what you said.
Pardon.
Pardon me, yes, pardon. An N word, badly behaved.
Naughty.
Yes, especially for children. You wouldn't use that for somebody who's badly behaved, who's higher than you in authority, would you? Oh, naughty policeman. M word, a piece of metal that can attract iron.
Magnet.
A magnet, yeah. B word, it is used to cover a wound.
Bandage.
A bandage. Right. An M word, something which is covered in bandages.
M or N?
M for mother. And it's Egyptian.
Mummy.
Oh. P word, clothes worn in bed.
Linen.
They're clothes worn by the bed. No, bed clothes really. But these are clothes that you wear in bed, beginning with P, or you might not wear because
Pyjamas.
Pyjamas, yes.
Pyjamas.
It's tricky spelling, isn't it? Pyjamas.
Yes.
Because I'm never sure whether it should have a Y in it or an I. How's it spelt?
Or Y in
The Y.
British
Yes, when
and I in American English.
You know, the irregular spelling is really a problem. Well, I don't mind when people say irregular. Some people think that it's not linked to pronunciation. I don't think that's a problem, but I think that there was a time in the past when Samuel Johnson started trying to standardise spelling because spelling was freeform, and then for some reason it went back into a different form in North America for some words, and well, I suppose it's bound to happen, but it's confusing sometimes because sometimes you use the spell checker one way or another way, and then Pajamas, that looks really strange. Yeah, is that the American way?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the way I know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for me that looks quite strange, which shows that I haven't written that word or read that word in American either. American English. So I'm not sure about that word, but when I see the Y, I'm familiar with it that way. So a G word, the study of rocks and minerals. And that's the last one.
Geography.
Geology.
Geography is a bigger branch, and inside geography you have
Geology.
Geology.
geology. Yes, I was watching something on BBC about some very old fossils, and a David Attenborough program. They found 600 million-year-old rocks in Britain, and they've discovered some fossils which showed some life forms which were neither animal nor plant, and showed the beginnings of life on Earth. And there's a whole program about it by David Attenborough. And by the way, listen to David Attenborough speaking English if you can get The Blue Planet downloaded, or watch that. That's really good. Anything to say before I disappear, anybody?
The name of the maybe person, the spelling, David.
David, yeah, look, get this. He speaks proper English. Well, actually, if you watch TV, like The Green Planet or anything like that, whether they're British or American, they're all good speakers. So they're worth watching, you know, because they all speak very well. They're educated, they're scientists, and they can speak nicely. So whether they're from Australia, Canada, Britain, or America, they all speak well. And they'll show people that amongst educated people in the world, language is not so diverse. They speak in a similar way. Of course, they have their different accents, but they can all be clearly understood, and they should be used as a kind of role model of how to speak English, I think, if you watch the nature programs, National Geographic, and all of that kind of thing. Anyway, so that's it today then. I'm going to have one more lesson, so I'm off to start it. So see you soon.